What's up everyone, Actionable here, and in this video we are going to talk about how to get bonuses on Upwork. If you are a freelancer who's been trying to figure out how do you get bonuses, well, I'm going to tell you how I do it from time to time, and it's a little bit different from the ways that I used to do it. I guess it's kind of still the same way, but it's a little bit different. But it's also something that I use in proposals to get responses, so you might want to know about that. If so, stick around. Hey minions, if you're new to the channel and you like what I have to say, then be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. Only do this if you like what I have to say and if you want to hear more about freelancing, entrepreneurship, and personal world domination. For those who don't know me, I'm Actionable, and on this channel we help you escape corporate prison and build a freelance empire. We share lots of freelance tips and tutorials, so if you're new, consider subscribing. In the previous video, which you can find up above in the link if you want to click that, we did a full breakdown of a job post on Upwork and how I wrote the proposal that got the response for it, even though I wasn't really all that qualified. So if that is something you're interested in, you might want to click on that. You can see the full, I went through the whole job post line by line, here's what I'm looking for, here's what I think is going to work well for this client, and here was my thought process, and then I actually show you everything that I wrote, why I chose to wrote that, and broke it down. Down in the description for this video and also for that video, you can find the link to my newest Upwork templates. These are brand new templates for this year, ones that I just completed that you can use. Go out there, modify them a little bit, but use them whenever you apply, and you've already got a good solid framework for a good proposal. But you need to make sure that you use the right template for the right type of client. So be mindful of that whenever you look through these templates. I've got them broken out into different types so you know which client they're useful for. Hopefully that will be super useful for you. And if, just go do that. It's down in the description. It's free. Just pop in there and get that. This video, we're talking about bonuses. Back whenever I started on Odesk, which is now called Upwork, and there's always been this option for bonuses. You could get bonuses for different types of work you do. Now, the idea is that you deliver really good work for the client and you get a bonus. And I think it used to be a lot easier than it is now to get these bonuses because back in the day, it was only a certain type of freelancer who was on the platform. It was a lot of really low quality workers. It was people who were delivering just poor work, trying to get paid. It was outsourced work. It's a whole different landscape now. Now you've got millions and millions of people from countries like the United States and the UK coming in here and delivering amazing products. And so it makes it a little bit different. It's not just about delivering good work anymore. And so you're not seeing as many bonuses probably as you used to. How do you get bonuses? That's what we're answering today. And the answer might surprise you. It's actually pretty, it's something, actually, I think I just gave it away. The answer is surprise. And it's something that I use in my proposals to get clients to respond to me. And you can see that maybe in the proposal templates. You can see that in some different videos and things that I share. But I want to talk a little bit about surprise. I mean, you think about when you walk out the door every morning. Let's say you walk out the door, you've been walking out, it's summertime, and it's warm out. It's 70 degrees every morning. You go out in short sleeves and shorts, whatever, and you go about your day, and you have habits, and you follow those habits, and nothing is out of the ordinary. But one morning, you open the door, and you step outside in your shorts and your short sleeve shirt, and it's 40 degrees, and it's raining, and before you take another step, you don't stop, you stop in place, you don't take another step, and you stop in place, and you look around, and you notice what's going on around you, and you say, what the heck am I doing in these shorts and this shirt? And now you've broken out of your pattern of habit, your habitual pattern. You've stopped. You're going to take new actions. You are going to turn around, go inside, put on some pants, put on a jacket, whatever you have to do to be prepared for the day. But the thing is, you were expecting maybe 70 degrees if you didn't look at the weather. You walked outside, it's 40 degrees, and it caught you by surprise. And this is a really powerful tool first of all, for getting responses to proposals, but that's not even the subject of the video today. What I'm talking about is getting bonuses. It's not enough to deliver good work. You need to surprise the client somehow. If you surprise the client with a good experience, then they have a reason to want to give you a bonus. So what does that look like? It could look like delivering exceptionally good work. It could look like over-delivering. It could look like delivering something that was unexpected. What can you do to surprise the client? That's what you should be asking yourself today. That's what you should be asking yourself probably every time. And to highlight this, I'll just use an example from something that I just did that landed me a bonus. So there was just a short project. It was just some copywriting revisions for a video script, like an explainer video. I took those, revised the copy that was already there, turned it into something good, and I could have just delivered it like that. It was good enough. I could have turned it in, submitted it for payment, and made some money. But instead of doing that, I thought, if he's doing an explainer video, what would be super valuable to him? And what would be super valuable to him is to not have to pay for a voiceover artist. And it just so happens that I am a voiceover artist. I have all of the equipment for that. I have a private home studio, all the stuff. I have all of the fancy high-tech editing software stuff. And I'm the one who wrote the script, so I'm the one who knows how it's supposed to sound. It didn't take me very long, so I went ahead and recorded it, and I edited it, made it all nice, made it fancied up, and then I submitted it to him. I sent over the whole thing. I said, here's the script, and here's also a voiceover for you, and that's just so you can hear how it sounds. You can have it completely free, use it if you want, it's no problem, and if you like the way I sound, it's all yours. That was that. I came back the next morning, and right there in my Upwork account, I had a nice little bonus, and it was an extra $30 or something. This was like a 1-minute video script. Increased my profits on this by an extra $30. And it was something that I did just for fun, just to help this guy out, just to be a helpful person, to add value somewhere, maybe even just as a sample for myself. Now I can use this later on in my portfolio if I ever wanted to do voice work. The point is, when the client got this and when he received it and realized what he had, realized that he had not only copywriting revisions that were good, but also had this voiceover, he was surprised. It surprised him that somebody would just give this thing for free because he was going to have to pay for it. And then he responded to let me know that he was surprised and that he was pleased, and then he deposited money into the account and added money on top of it. That is what I think has to happen today if you want to get bonuses. Now, it's not the only way to get bonuses. There's probably other ways, other things you can do. You can, again, probably over-deliver. You can deliver really exceptional work, but those aren't going to guarantee, there is no guarantee that you're going to get a bonus really, and you shouldn't expect it. But there are things you can do that might boost your chances of getting a bonus. So if there's a little something extra that you can throw in. Remember, this is Robert Cialdini's, is this Robert Cialdini's law of reciprocity? I think it was his rule of reciprocity. I have to double check that later, make sure I'm right on my sources there, but there is a law of persuasion that is the law of reciprocity, which says that if I give you something for free, you want to give me something back to like balance it out. So we're even, right? You don't want to owe me one. I don't want to owe you one. Whenever I give you a Christmas present, you want to give me a Christmas present back. And if you don't have one for me, you're going to feel like crap. So whenever I give you something a little bit extra, a little 1-minute voiceover, didn't take me long to make it all. He gives me a little something extra back. An extra $30 or so, bonus on top. It's just, and it could be any amount. It doesn't have to be $30. That's just what this little thing was. Surprise. Surprise. I surprised him. He surprised me with a bonus. How can you apply that in your proposals? That's something to be thinking about going forward. How can you apply it with your gigs that you currently have? If you are working for someone, what little thing could you add on top of your deliverable when you deliver it that the client is not expecting, but that they will appreciate, and that it will be something for free that you're giving them, so that maybe there's a chance that they will give something back to you. So I don't think it's enough to just deliver good work these days. You have to deliver a little more than good work, and that should always kind of be the goal anyway. You want to be the outlier, as some of these websites call it. They say only the outliers are the ones who are successful on Upwork. Well, maybe that's true, but if you're not striving to be an outlier, maybe you shouldn't be freelancing on Upwork in the first place, because this is the big leagues. This is the professional place where professionals are going today. Unless you're going outside of Upwork somehow, cold email, LinkedIn, whatever you're doing, you still need to be an outlier to win the game. You still need to think like an entrepreneur, not just like an employee. You need to think about not just me, but how can I help you? What are the ways that I can go beyond to help you? And when you do that, that can show up in your proposals. If you can find ways to surprise clients in your proposals, we talk about that in Freelance University. I might leave a link to that down below. That is something you can check out. We do talk about different things like that, but how can you surprise clients in your proposals? How can you surprise them with your deliverables? In the next video, we're going to talk about another element similar to surprise that you can also do in your proposals and how that might apply to get you more responses. So if you can think about the element of surprise, how can you add that into your proposals? What could you say that might surprise a client? What could you say that might make them just be like, wow, you're in this, you're the one. I don't know. You have to think about what you can say, because when you find those things and you make that feeling of surprise within the client, they're going to want to work with you even more. They're going to want to know more about you. They're going to be surprised by you, and that's a good feeling. So they might want to talk with you, and that's one step closer to getting hired. That's how you get bonuses, in my opinion. You surprise the client in some way. You deliver something that is above and beyond. Go above and beyond. How can you do that, though? You have to think about what that might be for your skill. I don't do voiceovers all the time for people, but this one felt right because I was writing the script, so I knew that I was the best person to speak it, and so I did, and that turned out to be something good for him. Be thinking about what you can do for clients like that going forward, and just ask yourself that question today. It's just something to ask before you deliver your next piece of work. What extra thing could I do that's not going to cost me a lot of time and money, or cost me a lot of time and energy? What extra little thing can I do that might pay me back in some way? And even if it doesn't, so what? You put it out there, you've got an extra piece of something for your portfolio, that should be enough. Yeah. Join us in Discord. We've got over 500 members, and it is growing daily. It is super valuable in there. I'm like helping people by like, how do I describe it? It's like one-on-one sometimes. We have a lot of downtime in there. There's a lot of people, but people will come in early morning when I'm in there, which I'm in there throughout the day, but I'll work with you one-on-one if I've got time to do that. I'll sit there and go back and forth with you and help you figure out your problems as much as I can, because I want this to be a really valuable freelance community where you can just come and hang out. And, you know, as long as you've got a thick skin, as long as you can put up with my cockiness and sometimes the attitude that I have, because that's just my personality. You have to deal with that if you want to hang around me. But you'll get good information in there, and you will learn a lot about freelancing. You will find solutions that help you go forward, help you make money, and hopefully someday you can come back and give back to our community. We've had a lot of really good feedback in there recently, a lot of good feedback for different things, and so hopefully you'll join us in Discord. Link for that will also be in the description down below. I think that's about it for this one. I will put the link right over somewhere here for that other one, the proposal breakdown. You should definitely go see that if you haven't seen it yet. Get those proposal templates. They are free, and they're going to help you boost your responses. Just make sure you modify them for your clients. By the way, if you're wondering where I've been, well, I haven't posted videos in a few days. I accidentally broke my Wi-Fi connection, my little Wi-Fi adapter extender thing. If you guys didn't know that, I turned my chair and it just snapped right off. It caught on the chair and it was like, psh! And then I could record videos, but I have to move them over to my other computer, and then I have to edit them, and then I have to upload them, and I couldn't upload them because I didn't have internet on that computer for a few days. We're back in action now, though. If you have any questions for me, drop them in a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Lex DeVille. Well, not Lux. Some people call me Lex. Lex. I'll see you next time.